Okay children, so in today's video we will discuss about the structure and functioning of the eye, which is one of the most important sense organs in the human's body. So dear students, you will see that the eye is actually a ball like structure. You can see this ball like structure is called eye ball, right? Okay, now in this ball like structure you will see that there are eyelids over them which protect your eyes from external environment. Now when you look into the eye, this whole portion that you can see, this is actually the portion of this ball like structure. So we will discuss this ball like structure, the structure of this ball like structure, that is called the eyeball. So in you will see that in human eye there is an outermost covering, and this outermost covering is actually very much protective and very fibrous layer, and it protects the eye from the shocks. Okay, now when you look at this part of the eye, this portion, this is called the white of the eye. This portion is called white of the eye, and is also called sclera. This is also called sclera. Now this white portion becomes transparent here, right? This becomes transparent here. This transparent portion is called the cornea. So the light enters into your eyes through the cornea. Now below the cornea you will see that there are two important things. One is the lens and the other is the iris. So this iris is actually a ring like muscle. So this whole part, you can see this ring like structure, this is actually the iris, and you will see in between the iris there is a hole. This is actually a hole, and this is called pupil. So what is the function of iris? The function of iris to act like just a diaphragm of the camera. Means when there is very much light and a lot of light is trying to enter into your eyes through the pupil, then the iris muscle will contract and will decrease the size of the pore, that is called pupil. Okay, so when you are in the bright light, the iris is trying to reduce the amount of light that is going to enter into your eyes. So because of this, the iris will contract and will shorten the pore through which the light enters into your eyes, and this pore is called pupil. Now dear students, after passing through the cornea and through the pupil, the light passes through the lens. So this yellowish portion is called the lens of the eye. So dear students, the work of the lens is to focus the light rays which it is receiving on a particular point on another layer inside the eyeball, that is called retina. So the function of lens is to focus the light on the retina. It will collect the light, the lens will collect the light and focus it onto the retina, so that the light falls on the retina in such a manner that the light rays join on a particular point. They become incident on a particular point on the retina. Now what is retina is actually the most important part of your eye. However, every part is very important. Even if a single part stops working properly, then your eyesight will be affected, or you will not be able to see the things properly, right? But retina is that part which has sensory cells, which has light sensitive cells. These light sensitive cells are and cones, right? So when the light falls on these rods and cones, these are the cells of retina. Rods and cones are the cells of retina which are sensitive to light. So when the light falls on the retina, what happens that these rods and cones send the information of this light to the optic nerve. This optic nerve is connected to your brain, and brain interprets this information which is being sent through the optic nerve from the retina's cells, right? So the brain interprets these information and tells you what is the color and what is the shape and what is the thing which you are looking at, right? So what is happening, the light is passing through the lens, then getting focused on the retina. The rods and cones of the retina are converting this light into a signal. This signal is being sent to the brain, to your brain, by nerve known as optic nerve. So optic nerve is that nerve which is connected to the eye and sending the signal, sending the information from the retina to the brain. Then brain is interpreting what you are looking at. So dear students, this is how the eye works. You will see there are certain muscles which are known as ciliary muscles. These ciliary muscles also help in adjustment of the iris or functioning of the iris. Right. Dear students, finally you will see this spot. Actually, at this spot you will see that the optic nerve is getting out of the eyeball. So when the light will fall on this spot, no rods and cones are present on this spot. So no image formation will be done. Right. Once again I will tell, when light will fall on this point, as you know that in this point there is no rods and cones, so the light will not be sensed in this portion, no image will be formed when the light will fall in this portion. So this is called a blind spot. This is called a blind spot, means even if the light is falling on the blind spot, the image will not be formed. So thank you for watching the video, students. Just learn, prepare notes, right? Note the names of different parts of the eye, right? Write about their structure and their function. Learn their structure and function. What is their role in your eye? Thank you.